Lived in Kendal on and off for the last 44 years, I think. Yeah, 1974, Mum and Dad bought the first house in the Kendal area.
And you work in Kendal, don't you? Or around?
Yeah, I work all over the county, but yeah, a lot of work in Kendal. Yeah, very fortunate, yeah.
What is it you do?
I'm a freelance community musician and tutor, and I have also been an entertainer for all ages, and I've been very lucky. Kendal's been good to me in that respect.
That's great. I bet you're quite famous around Kendal.
I think I'm maybe recognisable. I've had some interesting experiences of people who kind of know me in another sort of capacity, particularly from my days of being an entertainer, and I used to dress up in a cape and do like music and magic. So a lot of people remember me from that time, which was a few years ago, but of course a lot of the kids have grown up now.
Yeah.
And probably the funniest thing that happened to me was being at the doctor's, and the nurse was taking some blood, and halfway through she asked me, she said, "Can I ask you a question?" And I thought it was going to be some medical question, but she said, "Are you a children's entertainer?" And apparently I'd done a birthday party when she was 5 or something. And then someone, when I went to vote once, one of the people who was working in the polling station said, "Are you..." Because my character was called the Astronaut. I was a space travelling magician. And she said, "You can't vote, you're an astronaut."
What decided you to be space travelling and magician?
Oh, gosh. I think, well, originally the idea for doing entertaining came from having to listen to tapes in the car when my kids were small. People singing like the Wheels on the Bus and stuff like that. And because I can play guitar and sing, I thought, well, I could be doing that. I could make my own tapes. So that was the original idea. But then I think I got a booking for a kids' party and realised that you can't really just turn up and sing the Wheels on the Bus. You're going to have a bit more to your act.
More of an act.
More of an act, yeah. So, but I can't really remember the space thing. But I remember going to some like design, like graphic design. I bought some cards, but I hadn't really come up with a name. But I think I just said I'm sort of going to sort of theme it on a space thing.
Yeah.
So they came up with a few names, but one of them was the Cosmo Nut, which I thought was great. But I just thought, I don't think kids really know what cosmonauts are anymore. So, but astronaut,
Astronaut.
yeah.
Did you have a costume?
Yeah, I had various things really. I started off when I first. I had a suit made, which was like a boiler suit, silver boiler suit. And one of the first parties I ever did, and I used to get really stressed because when I was first doing it, I really didn't know if I could do it or not. It was like I just dived into it, and I was in Appleby, I think it was Appleby Village Hall, trying to get my costume on. the zip got stuck, and I was kind of half in and half out of this boiler suit. This was the first time I bought it. I thought, this is a great start, isn't it? I'm going to get like I'm going to be half naked children's entertainer. But it didn't last long because it used to really I used to get so hot in it didn't really breathe. So I kind of ditched that and went for the cape.
Oh, yeah.
So I was more like a space traveller rather than an actual astronaut. More kind of almost like Doctor Who-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you see, and I'm so proud. I've still got the cape. It was brilliant. It was. It's a bit sort of moth-eaten now, but it's still there. I'm ready to don the cape at
Moment's notice.
Yeah. But I had it made. I'm so. But someone described it as looking like Ming the Merciless out of Flash Gordon. I had loads of ideas for costumes, but I never really managed to sort of get them off the ground. I think I was going to sort of wear some sort of crash helmet. But of course, he's quite hard to be heard when you put a crash helmet on, like full face. And then I did paint some wellies silver once as well. But again, it was a bit too hard to sort of walk around in wellies. And so,
Get too hot.
yeah, so... But the cape was great. I did actually say once that when I get buried... I want to be wearing it. I can just imagine the coffin going.